Talk about what everyone on planet Earth watched happen on Saturday against the home country in Paris, a game that we were in significant jeopardy of losing. If he doesn't make the first one, the second one, the third one, and then the fourth was just the cherry on top of the sundae. So with that, I put together a green list today of the top 5 most memorable shots in basketball, the ones you will never forget where you were when you watched them. Number 5, NCAA championship game, 2016. Chris Jenkins, Villanova, to beat North Carolina. It was one of the most incredibly run plays that you have ever seen. I'll never forget the reaction, by the way, of Coach Jay Wright. I immediately decided he's not a human being for not losing his mind on the sideline. He barely even reacted. It is an unbelievable play that winds up winning a championship. At number 4 is Ray Allen. Ray Allen, his game-tying 3 with 5 seconds left in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. They had already cordoned off an area for San Antonio to receive the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy, but that was premature because Ray Allen, off an offensive rebound and dish from Chris Bosh, hit the 4th most memorable shot in basketball history, and Miami wound up winning it in 7. At number 3, it's Christian Laettner. You don't need me to tell you what happened here. You don't need me to tell you it's Duke and Kentucky in the Elite 8. You don't need me to tell you he didn't miss a shot from the floor or from the line that night. You don't need me to tell you that it led to Duke winning a championship. You don't need me to tell you it's the most memorable individual moment in college basketball history. Number 2 is Jordan over Elo. It's simply called The Shot. And not only is it an unforgettable moment, but it is also the moment in some ways that Michael Jordan became Michael Jordan. Before this, he was a dynamic, extraordinary individual talent. This was the moment that his career became about winning. It changed absolutely everything, and it is the 2nd most memorable shot I've ever seen. I'm going to give Steph number 1. It's not just this 4th one, which is a miracle. He's literally the only person on planet Earth for whom that's a good look. But it is also the stakes. The Team USA winning the gold medal is what is expected. So it will not be remembered the way some of those others were. But think about the other side. Think about if we don't win that game. Think about the reaction if Team USA loses that day. And we were in significant jeopardy of doing just that. And so for that reason, and because of the spectacular nature of that flurry, capped off by that 4th one, which again is an absolutely terrible shot for every other person in the world, I put that one at number 1. I put that as the number 1 most memorable moment. It is one you will never forget having watched if you were. Big Perk, how would you describe, first and foremost, I mean, as someone who basketball has been your life, all of your life, how would you describe your reaction when you saw that shot go in?
I was looking and I'm watching green and I'm like, the light-skinned brother with the green eyes does it again. And look, for Team USA and for us to get the gold medal, for them to bring it back to our country. And Green, I'm with you, is number 1 on my list for as most memorable shots that I've witnessed in my lifetime.
I think the stakes are what play heavily into that. Again, are we going to forever remember, oh, the Team USA won the gold in 2024? No, because that's what's expected. But one of these days, we're not going to. I'm old enough to remember 2004. I'm old enough to remember what it was like. Can you imagine if this team with LeBron and Steph and KD and all those guys didn't do it? And I'm telling you, that game was there. If you didn't watch it, it was hanging by a thread. And then Steph Curry put together the most extraordinary finishing kick I've ever seen in a basketball game. D. Wood, what did it sound like in your house?
I scared the hell out of everybody. like literally, I'm in the United States. We are no longer this dominant force in the game of basketball. And for Steph Curry to put on that type of show when it was needed the most, I felt like it was a moment where for the rest of my life, I know I'm going to remember exactly what I was doing in that moment by Steph Curry.
And I think the value for that reason of a gold medal now for this team increases. It is more important than it has been, with no disrespect to the teams that have won them before, because this was a time that we genuinely could have lost it. On Thursday against Serbia, that game certainly could have gone the other way, and then we'll say the same thing about Saturday. I want to get a take from you also, Big Perk, if I can, for the audience just joining us, on the significance of LeBron James' performance. As spectacular as Steph was, and what he did was unforgettable. The best player on this team was LeBron. At the age of 39, yes, LeBron James remains, when push comes to shove, the best basketball player we have, and he wins the MVP of the Olympics. What does that all mean to you?
Well, he's one up on MJ. Okay, now he has 3 gold medals. But his IQ for the game, we know how that goes. We watch him orchestrate this offense on Team USA. We watch him be a leader, the voice in that locker room. We watch him take over 4 quarters. He was already the greatest player of all time, the GOAT in my eyes. But I think when you watch him on this stage and you talk about how the rest of the world's catching up to America when it comes down to the Europeans, and him actually saying, you know what, at 39, I'm going to play in the Olympics because I know how important this is right now for us to make a stance on how we're still here and that we're still going to get some separation. Hey, Greeny, you know what it is.
It's a remarkable thing that at a time, and D. Wood, you're here for all these conversations, at a time when all of the narrative in the NBA is about the young stars, right? Oh, we got Luka, we got Ant-Man, we got all these young players ready to take over the league, and they are, and they're great. But when the chips were down and our nation's basketball reputation hung in the balance, it was KD, it was LeBron, and it was Steph.
For me, it's just amazing. Like, and Perk can speak on this as well. 39 years old.
It's impossible.
And at 39, like, think of what LeBron James has been, how well he's been playing the game of basketball at 39, Greeny. Like, the amount you have to invest, the discipline you got to have, you know, as far as your body and staying healthy and all those type of things, and to play at that high of a level, it's just unheard of. It's unheard of by GOAT James. That's why I don't blame, like, I'm an MJ guy, but I don't blame Perk at all for saying what he said about LeBron James and where he stands in the pantheon of basketball.
I will forever be an MJ guy too, but I do understand what you're saying as well. And I mean, let's underline it with this. Big Perk, weren't you and LeBron drafted the same year?
Yeah.
How long you been out of the game?
Yeah, we were. Hold on, Greeny. Why you bringing up old stuff? Look, here's the thing, right? I didn't start. Look, Braun and I played. We played on the same AAU team with the Oakland Soldiers in high school. We was in the McDonald's All-American game, McDonald's class together. We were drafted together. Here I am. I started the next chapter of my life, and this man just keeps going. It's amazing to watch. It's amazing to see. As a guy that actually witnessed the entire journey and was part of the entire journey of LeBron James.
There was a McDonald's joke in there to be made somewhere, Big Perk, but I love you too much to make it. Okay, very well. Okay, very well done. The month-long